Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this Facebook Live, which is Mindfulness with Mitchell. I'm Mitchell Osborne. You can find me at Mitchell Osborne right there, mitchellosborne.com. I am a psychic medium, and I do psychic medium readings. I read tarot cards and Lenormand. I am also an animal communicator, so I work with humans and their animals. Hey, Nancy. I'm also a mindfulness transformation coach, and under the realms of mindfulness, I do a few things like EFT, which is kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight, hypnotherapy, hypnosis, NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and EMT, which is eye movement therapy. Um, Am I really what, Nancy? All of those things? Yes. I'm also a fitness professional. That's my day job that I've been in for 32 years. Mostly group fitness is what I worked in, and then did personal training. But now, as a manager, I mostly manage the exercise instructors as well as do some mindfulness work at that job. And then I do this work nights and weekends with balance because I do practice what I preach, which is trying to find that balance. So, let me know who's out there. I see Nancy. If you want to let me know where you're coming in from, that's great. If not, just gonna go over a little bit about mindfulness because I don't teach like how to do it or become it, but I use it personally on a daily basis. Um, yes, I like to say that the work that I do often produces what we call healing. Oh, Quito, Ecuador. Hey, Marion. So, and it's funny because I'll use this as a moment as we build a little bit of an audience here. So I'm going to take you guys through an EFT tapping session. So hang tight. I'm probably just going to talk for 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll do a tapping session and then debrief. So this will only be about a 30-minute together alive. But I forgot where I was going to go with that. What was I saying? Gosh, where was I going with that? Was I going with tapping or was I talking about something else? So, I do use this on a regular basis for myself almost every day in the morning during my meditation mindfulness sessions. I do use the tapping for myself, and when I have clients, I often do it as well. So it's one of the tools in my toolbox. So, but anyway, thank you for showing up, hanging out. I see a couple people out there. I see Nancy and Marion here with me. And like I said, I'm not going to be teaching you how to do it. I'm going to just talk a little bit about it and then go through it because that's just not my forte to teach you this kind of a thing. I just use the tool. I don't teach you how to use the tool so much, so to speak. But other things I do, I teach tarot. I teach psychic medium development. I teach animal communication. Those things I do teach. So just know that tapping, which is EFT, emotional freedom technique, was brought to us by Gary Craig, who simplified the technique from Callahan. And these are names that go back a couple of decades. But from what I understand, Callahan's technique was like, if you have this, then you tap here, here, here. Where Craig was like, let's just tap on all the points because it's not going to hurt you if you tap them all. And what I do is I do the karate chop, and then I do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. Karate chop being the 9th one. I don't do the side of the fingers or the back of the hands. I've done those. They just didn't resonate with me with the work that I do. And what you're tapping on is basically the meridian lines. It's kind of like acupressure, where they might press on points to help relieve. But the tapping really just kind of like disrupts the flow of things, and the words that are coming out of your mouth help you with the tapping to desensitize, relieve any stress over certain events or things like that. And in hypnotherapy, one of the things that we do, which is this kind of works together very well. So one of the things that we do, that's weird. Hope you guys can still see me. It bumped around. We're still in Mercury retrograde, people. Somebody sent me a text today and literally went bing, 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 3 of the same text over and over and over. But anyway, so the tapping can really help relieve that. And in hypnotherapy, we look back at the sensitizing event. So as a child, most likely, you had an event happen, all right? You got yelled at, scolded, or whatever. And that event created a belief in yourself. And then that belief then created symptoms, which often show up as emotions. And in hypnotherapy, we can go back to the event and rearrange how we feel about it and look at it as the adult we are now and kind of desensitize that memory, which has been creating certain patterns in our lives. Same thing with the emotional freedom technique. A couple of things I wanted to hit on. I've got a little bit of a presentation in front of me that I just want to look at. But yeah, it helps. It really helps disrupt the body's energy about distressing memory, which is creating those negative emotions. And I like this. EFT is meridian energy therapy, just like acupuncture or acupressure. So that was one thing I wanted to do. And here's a cool analogy that is in the learning that I had. Think of your meridians like they're rivers, and it upsets emotional and physical health that lead to equivalent of blockages or overflows of the river. So you want to kind of help shift that block, that river that's been blocked up and move on. And then tapping on the meridian points sends kinetic energy down the energy system, clearing the blockages, allowing the energy to flow again. And like I said, we'll go over a couple of the tapping points. But some of the cool things that tapping has been used for, addictive cravings, allergies, anxious feelings, anger, compulsion. It's been used for depression, for sadness, dyslexia. I thought that was a cool one. Fear, phobias, grief, guilt, insomnia is a great one. I do mindfulness a lot for sleep, and one day I'm going to do an entire mindfulness for sleeping. 2 weeks from tonight, I'm going to do mindfulness and oracle divination cards and how we use them to focus on to help transform. So it's kind of a cool thing that we'll do with the mindfulness. But also, EFT has been used for physical healing, post-traumatic stress disorder, sexual abuse, relief of pain, migraines, and things like that as well. So it's been used for a lot of different things. So if you have any questions, absolutely type them in because your questions will help other people. But basically, the process is the karate chop point, which is right here on the side of the hand. It could be either hand. Some people will tap on both places. I'm just a big tapper on one side. Hey, Sharon, how are you? But the basic principle is you start off with the setup. And let's say your problem is like backaches. You would tap on the karate chop point. You say, even though I have this backache, I deeply and completely accept and love myself. And that line is not written in stone, but basically you're acknowledging, even though I got this problem. And, when I work with clients, I'm cussing because a lot of times I'm listening to how they talk about the thing, my effing backache, it's a pain. It's so freaking frustrating. So I will say, even though I got this fucking pain in the back, so frustrating, I completely love and accept myself. And then, so we start off with that setup line, phrase, And then, so, even though I have this pain in my jaw, even though I have a toothache, even though I have a fear of heights, even though Mercury's in retrograde and I'm feeling the effects, even though there's a full moon tomorrow and I'm already starting to feel it, I completely love and accept myself, or I completely 100% love and accept myself just the way I am. So that's like the setup. And then you just kind of repeat a little bit of it like you would. And so let me talk about the points. So right here at the point where you feel the brow starts, and I use 2 fingers. Some people do 3. When I get underneath the pit and above the head, I use like a bunch because you want to make sure you're hitting the points, the meridians. But right here, right at the brow where it starts, that's a place. And then right at the corner of the eye, or the real bony part, and right under the eye on the bone, below the lip, that's a pretty easy one to hit. Below the nose, below the lip, and then kind of like right where the collarbone is. So this is where I use a lot of fingers. So right kind of below that collarbone, right, just around it, on it. Again, and you can move in a little bit of a circle. And then if you're wearing a bra, like right where the bra strap would go under. So kind of right in here, and I'll kind of thump with the side of my hand, but you can do fingers. Some people reach across and do this way. That just feels awkward for me. And then right at the top of the head, right in the middle, kind of, there's a little bony part for most people. And again, I'll do a bunch of fingers and tap. And each place, tapping 7, 10, 12 times, whatever feels comfortable, but not too few, not only like 1 or 2 spots. So once you do the whole, let's go with the, even though I've got this back and it's just killing me, and I'm someone who does not like to use words like, oh, it's killing me, but I really feel like, as the teachers have taught me, that this is a very appropriate, it feels appropriate for me because I feel like we want to get the anger out, the frustration out. So you just start here and we'll do this. We're going to walk through this maybe 1 or 2 times, 2 different things. Even though I'm dealing with this backache and it's a pain in the butt, I completely love and accept myself. So we say that like 2 or 3 times. Then we just come up here and we go, this backache. Oh, this backache, it's a pain in my life. It's such a frustrating thing. Oh, it just hurts so much. It's cost me so much money. I've had backache like this before, and eventually I worked through it and I felt better. This backache is just, it's teaching me lessons. I know it's got something to teach me, maybe just to slow down. But this backache, I totally 100% love and accept myself and know that it will heal up. This backache, slowly releasing, feeling much better, completely loving and accepting myself. And then we take a breath at the end. Now, the one thing I didn't say yet is we typically want to ask ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being almost nothing, 10 being like the worst backache pain, how do you feel? So before we start that, and then we tap, 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 how do you feel again? Check in again with your felt sense. And that's kind of, some people start at the top of the head first. Some people come right here, which is what I do. I will put a link to a website that you can go check out, EMOFree, EMOFRE.com, but I'll put that here, and let me go ahead and put it there now. So let me copy and paste that, and then I'm also gonna send you a link of, so let's see that pop up. So that is a cool website that's got a lot of free stuff on it. And then this is one of my favorite guys to watch online. Yates. Oh my gosh, I forgot his first name. Is it Brad Yates? Oh, that's funny, I forgot his name. Brad Yates. It is Brad Yates. As you can see, his EFT Wizard is his name. I just like his energy. He's got good, solid, sweet energy, and he does some fun tapping things. Like I think the one he sent out today was about cravings, dirty little secrets or something like that. It was like, or guilty pleasures. That's what it was, guilty pleasures. So definitely check him out. And then also, let me put one other thing. This one you'll just have to Google. So the tapping solution is kind of like the big mainstream gurus. There's a husband and wife. They're connected to Hay House. I've seen them in person. They've got several books, Tapping Solution. So if you go to YouTube, Tapping Solution, Facebook, Tapping Solution, or Amazon for a book, Tapping Solution. But, tapping is, I'll be honest with you, it's not rocket science to learn and to do, and you can do it for your animals. You can do what's called surrogate tapping. Like if you've got, like say there's someone in a coma in a bed next to you, you can literally tap on yourself as the surrogate for them, and it works very powerfully. You can do that for your animals. Bart is right next to me. Hey, buddy. So for me to tap on an animal might not be such a bad idea. And a lot of the same places you tap on the top of the head, tap like right in the middle of the brow, the side. You tap right under the nose. It's kind of a weird place. Under the chin for them and the chest. But yeah, the tapping for animals is great. I personally like to tap on me for them. And I've done a tapping video for missing animals. So if you want that, let me know. But otherwise, you can find it on my site. But it's the missing pet tapping video. Sharon says, love this, going to try this for your chronic pain. Yes, it's a good one. And you could probably, in the beginning, if you're new to this, you could go to like Brad Yates' site and just look for like pain. You search his site for pain, chronic pain, and just find a pre-made video that you can just, tap on and work with. But you know what? I will put that down, and we will, since you said that, because I was going to ask everybody, And Sharon, if you want to elaborate on the chronic pain, where it is, please do. Just one or two places maybe. If you don't want to, it's okay. We can just go with chronic pain. But we'll tap on chronic pain as a group. If anybody else has something they want to tap on, put it in there. I can't get to everybody, but we can certainly do a few. And you can always put in your own words if you feel comfortable doing that. But yes, so yeah. I want to do a little bit of tapping. So if anybody else has anything they want to share, they want to tap on, if you have a money, finances, feeling lack of, how does tapping help chronic pain? So the tapping is tapping on meridian points. So it upsets and shifts and changes the energy within our body, and can often relieve our emotional attachment to the pain. We as humans often attach so much more emotion to pain than that really is there. And what I mean by that is it's almost like we attach, so we're in pain and we feel that physical pain. And then we start to go down the road of, what did I do to deserve this? Why is my life like this? So Nina, headache in the center of your head, okay. So I'll use some of these keywords. So Janet, I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It's like acupressure. And by tapping everywhere, focusing on the chronic pain and maybe a specific point, you're releasing a lot of the emotional attachment to it. And a lot of times, big believer of Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, that the emotions are usually what bring about a lot of our pain and frustration in our lives and our dis-ease. So if we can shift the emotions and the attachment we have to them about our body, then we can sometimes get rid of the dis-ease, D-I-S-E-A-S-E, not disease, but dis-ease. Cool, Jen, I'm glad. So I'm going to go with headache and chronic pain. If nobody else types something else in, then we'll go with those two things. And we'll go from there. We'll do some tapping. And if you have questions, you can private message me later. If you want a session on my website, mitchellosborne.com, you can click on the mindfulness transformation session. We can specifically do tapping during that session. But usually with mindfulness, I come in mindfulness first. I get people acclimated to being in the moment, being present, because then the other stuff that we can do, like NLP, like EMT, EFT, or even hypnotherapy, have a better chance of kind of really working on some of the root problems. And we can do it remotely too. So, okay, so nobody else typed anything in, so I'm going to go with the chronic pain and the headache. Okay. Oh, Sharon, you did say mostly knees and shoulders. So for the headache, who is the headache person? Nina and Sharon, can you, if you feel comfortable, tell me, first of all, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being ain't no headache, 1 being no chronic pain hardly, 10 being max, where are you? And it's because it's good to put those numbers down, but if you don't feel comfortable sharing, you don't have to. But also put a descriptive or emotional word, I'm going to choose my own word. This headache is a real MF. It's a real pain. It's debilitating. It just pisses me off. How does it make you feel? I'd love to know some of those words. They don't have to be a lot, just 1 or 2 words. Because if this is chronic pain, it's been a long time, you could just literally be going like Sharon, be like, I'm over this. I'm just over this chronic pain. Don't use my words unless they resonate with you, but, type in some of your own words and then we'll get started in about 30 seconds. Just see if you typed anything in. And those of you join us when we are tapping, you can use your own words or think of your own things, because you're in that meeting and someone's talking about problems of their life, and you're thinking, you got problems, I got problems, my problems are this. You're running your own problems over your head, so it's very easy for you to do that. So share. Okay, I love it. 7 or 8. Sick of it. That is beautiful of way of putting it. Perfect. Nina, thumping pressure 8. So we're both around 8. Thumping pressure. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. All right, so Hopefully both your hands are free. Prop your phone up. Makes me irritable and moody. Who was that? Nina? Was that Nina thumping? So irritable. Good. All right, no more words. All right, so achy like the flu. Okay, achy like the flu. Achy, I'll write that down. All right, so use your own words. So hopefully your hands are free. Prop your phone up or whatever you need to do because you need both your hands. So tap right here on the side of your hand. This is the karate chop point. And just, you can repeat the words out loud or in your head, whichever it is. This freaking chronic pain, this headache that I'm dealing with, I'm so sick of it. It's achy. It's thumping. This pressure makes me so irritable and moody. But I completely, 100% love and accept myself. I just start sweating. Just start sweating saying those words. This chronic pain, and just say it, this chronic pain. This chronic pain, I'm so sick of this chronic pain. Just repeat those words. Or your own words. This headache, this thumping headache, there's so much pressure. It's so irritable, makes me so moody. But I completely love and accept myself. Let's go one more time. This chronic, achy pain, I am so sick of. This headache, this thumping pressure, it's irritable, it makes me moody. I'm just so over these things, but I completely, 100% love and accept myself. All right, so tap right here at the brow. It's funny when I'm looking at myself, I'm not doing it. So this chronic pain, just so sick of it. Just so sick of this chronic pain. Side of the eye. This headache, this achy, thumping headache. This aching headache. This thumping on my head is not helping my thumping headache. I don't know why I'm doing this. This headache. It's so much pressure below the eye. There's so much pressure right here. Just making me so irritable, so moody below the nose. Just so achy. I'm just so sick and tired of all this pain, this headache, this chronic pain that's been with me for, add how many years, how many minutes, how many hours, below the lips. I'm just so sick of it. Just tired. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Right at the collarbone, use a bunch of fingers. This headache, this pain, this headache, this chronic pain. Right below, right on the bra strap, this chronic pain, just so sick of it, so tired of it. Top of the head, it's just achy, just pain. I'm just so tired of it, so tired of it. Let's make another pass through. Right here at the brow, right here in the middle of the brow. Just so tired of this pain. You know, every once in a while, I think back to a time when I didn't have this headache or this chronic pain. It felt so good just to enjoy life. Side of the eye. You know, I know that this is not going to be this way forever. I know that one day I will be free of this chronic pain, of this headache below the eye. I can imagine and envision a day where no pain whatsoever. I feel free. I feel happy. I feel joyful below the nose. I'm just imagining that day. Just imagining that day when I feel so comfortable, so peaceful, so joyful. Below the lips. I know that I will be so free of all that has bothered me in the past. Right at the collarbone. Matter of fact, I kind of feel like I'm already feeling better right now. Starting to feel better. Starting to relieve any of that dis-ease. Feeling more and more comfortable, more and more peaceful below. Just easing into this. Accepting this feeling, accepting it on top of the head, last thing. Just breathe. And stop. Just take a deep breath. Man, I'm buzzing big time. Whenever I do this, I buzz so much. All right, you guys. For those of you who are with me, whether you have a pain or not, let me know how you're doing. Let me know, just type something you're experiencing. For Nina and Sharon, let me know what number you're at. We were at an 8 and a 7 or 8. Let me know if you're still there. Let me know if you felt some relief. Let me know what the experience was like for any of you. If you use your own words, let me know what your own words were like. Right, Janet? And remember, you're tapping on meridians and acupressure points and where they would put needles in if they were going to do acupuncture as well. So we are working with the energy. And the beautiful thing is there's no ill effects to doing this. Yeah, buzzing as well. And I'll tell you, one of my teachers, oh, beautiful, Sharon, beautiful, beautiful, cutting it in half. And Sharon, when we get done with this, go back and watch it again and tap it at a 4, knowing that you're going to do that even more. Because you can usually bring this down to a 1 or a 2 by tapping again. Now, if you get confused, or if you just need to tap real quick, the karate chop point is one of the best places to do it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, my body's tingling too. And now I'm a little chilly. I literally start sweating the moment I start saying all those angry words. So that tells me I had some of my own crap. Yes, Janet, we are all buzzing energy. Absolutely. Science has finally caught up to what the gurus have taught us. We're just, it's just like I look at this pin. This pin is not a solid object. It is vibration. It is moving. But more importantly, you and I, we continually agree and fulfill the intention that this is a pin. And every morning we wake up and agree that we are a body. So when we can tap on it and we can relieve some of the feelings towards it. You feel a little cold? Okay, good. So anybody else want to share anything that they went through? Nina, you felt relief? I'm at a 7 or 6 now. Beautiful. Still have the headache, but it softened so much and my eyes seem to relax and I don't know they were tense. Beautiful. Now, Nina, let me show you something else. Nina, rub your hands together like this. And I want you to shake your hands. And when you shake them, imagine like you're extending like ethereal light fingers. So you've almost got remember when I was a kid, I used to put masking tape on and extend fingers out like this long. So imagine you have like 8-inch light fingernails, all right? So rub them together, sling the energy out, and then just rake through your head and sling it off. Just rake through like this and sling it off. I do this for throat issues, for ear issues, for joints. Or I'll take this, if it's like a temple, I'll take my fingers, imagining the ethereal light fingers, and I'll do a figure 8, the Celtic weave, and I'll just do it right here. Whenever I feel like a fever blister coming on, I just do that figure 8 over it. And if I can do it backwards, I do, but oftentimes I can't do it. I can't physically do it. But yeah, so just rake through and sling, rake through and sling. Now, from a purely physical standpoint, anybody has a headache, I often say, go drink a lot of water, not a ton, but 8 to 12 ounces, sip on it, and then have a bowel movement. If you are constipated, that often will give you a headache because your body's still pulling waste from putrid waste. Marion, this is all new to me. You love it. Definitely will be using this technique. Thank you. You're welcome. We'll be using this on my dog too. I'm energized and sweating now. I feel renewed. So let me type a name in there. I need to look this up because there's 2 people that I really like. So Joan Ranquet, and if you go to YouTube, and you tap in Ferris. Okay, so Ferris J, Ferris Jay, EFT. So Ferris J and Tapping for Animals, and also Joan Ranquet. If you tap on those, if you go to those, there's some really good animal ones. I went through an EFT training. If you're not familiar with Udemy.com. No, it's not .com. It's an app, so it's not .com, but it's an app called Udemy. I looked up. That's where I got my EFT, NLP, all that training. There's some amazing teachers on there from around the globe. While the energy fingers are weird, but I like it. It seems to be brushing it away somehow. Again, you're breaking up the energy, and you can usually get some good relief, if not totally get rid of a headache like that, or sore throat or an earache. But the thing is that's a symptom of something else. So you're just kind of getting rid of the symptom. The something else could be the dehydration or that you're constipated. Will this help with animals with anxiety? Absolutely, Sharon. Farish J, she has quite a few videos on that about when there's fireworks or things like that, the tapping. But also, you watch, animals are usually reflecting what's going on in our lives. So a lot of times look towards yourself, Sharon, to see where you might have some anxiety or somebody in the house might have anxiety as well. So you guys keep tapping. Keep asking questions or whatever while I'm here. But let me see if I can find out who I did my training through on Udemy, because I really liked him. His name was Graham. I think it was Graham Nichols. Yes, Graham. He's this chubby British guy, and I like his sense of humor. But if you go to Udemy, Udemy, it's an app. You can watch like a little video because there'll be a bunch of people who do EFT or NLP, but there are a bunch of them that do it, and you can watch like a little promo video to see if you like their personality. Janet, you said thanks for sharing this. That was meant for me to see. Yay, that's what I love. I love that. I love when it happens. Hey, Samantha, how would we tap an area we cannot reach, like the kidney or back? You don't tap on that area. You tap on the exact same spots that I showed you. Samantha, if you're coming in late and you missed the actual tapping part, it's not like you go tap on the kidney or tap on the knee. You tap complete and do the setup. Like you'd be like, so what's going on with your kidney or your back? Because we did one on back, on actually not on back, but I used it as a reference. So you don't tap up on the certain area, but you tap about it. That's like if you've got a dog that's having anxiety, and it's because of you feel like it's separation, and let's say the name is let me just tap for Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo's feeling a lot of anxiety. He's feeling so frustrated, but I completely love and accept Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo is just having this anxiety. He's frustrated. He's just feeling weird. Oh, so much is going on, but Bart and I both completely love and accept his self and myself. And then I just tap on, feeling this anxiety, Bart feeling anxiety, just not sure what's going on. I would tap on all the points, but I completely love and accept myself, feeling peaceful, feeling more peaceful, hit all the spots. So Nina, I feel tingles now, kind of like a refreshing feeling. Oh, good. I'm more at a 4 now. Yay! Beautiful. Feeling a bit more calm. Beautiful. Sharon, timing is everything. Yes, timing is. Thank you so much. This along with the full moon energy. You know what? Let me end off with that at the end because I wanted to end off with that as well. So where were you tapping on your side? I couldn't see. So it's kind of like if I had a bra strap on, right? Just kind of like, here's my armpit, so it's kind of like right here at the side. If I went from my nipple straight in, it's going to be right in there. So if your nipple's where it was when you were 10, mine's a little lower now. I have to bring it back up. But it's kind of like right at the bra strap. That's why I tap with like the back of my hand. So I'm tapping a wide area because it's right in there. When you get it, you got it because it's kind of a little tender spot. It's like a little tender spot. It's like this part of your hand. That's tender. It's tender area. Samantha, I did tapping with you today and felt tingling everywhere. Need to do it more. You're welcome. Yay. So let me just do a quick ending, a little tapping for this full moon, because full moons are a great time to release some stuff. So let me just end off with the full moon releasing. We're in Mercury retrograde. So, there's a whole lot of re stuff going on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. So this is, I did, there was a triple Mercury retrograde a while back. Okay, so if you want to tap with me for this full moon that we got coming up tomorrow, we're Mercury retrograde. Let's do a little tapping to do some releasing and some other things. So, all right. We got a whole bunch of crazy energy going on right now. Mercury's in retrograde. Full moon coming up tomorrow. Great time to release some stuff. But you know what? No matter what, just repeat those words, but no matter what, I completely love and accept myself. So much going on. Repeat that. So much going on. Mercury's in retrograde. Full moon coming up tomorrow. Great time to release some stuff. It's a great time to review, to renew, rekindle things. But I completely love and accept myself. So I'm gonna hold this up so I can see some of these. Oh, we got Mercury retrograde and a full moon coming up. So it's a great time for us to review things, renew things. It's a great time for us to release things, because that's what full moons are all about, releasing stuff that's no longer serving me. I'm releasing things that are no longer serving me. I'm reclaiming things. I'm releasing those things and reclaiming things. Below the lip, I'm going to restore and rekindle and replenish so much of my life during this Mercury retrograde and full moon time. Tapping on the collarbone. I'm going to revitalize, reinvent, and reflect during this Mercury retrograde. You know what? I'm going to even redo some things too. Below, right on this bra strap, I'm going to revamp so many things. I'm going to remove so much. Top of the head, I'm going to renegotiate and reconnect, especially with myself, during this retrograde, during this full moon. And so it is. And so it is. And just release, take a couple deep breaths. Whew, as if I weren't buzzing enough. As if I weren't buzzing enough. So, all right, you guys. So you can replay that video if you want. So I gave you some other resources to check into. Tapping Solution, you can Google, learn more there. Emo Free, I wrote that down there, scroll back up. And then YouTube, the user EFT Wizard. Also Joan Ranquet and Ferris J on YouTube. You can tap in EFT Animal Tapping, and you'll probably get both of them popping up right at the beginning. You might even get mine, the missing animal one. So thank you. If you have any other comments, I'll wait a few more seconds to see if anything pops up. Appreciate you joining us. So glad that, who was it, Nina and Sharon could bring those 8s, 7s, and 8s down to 4s or even lower. If anybody else had some cool things happen, let me know. I got a little dehydrated myself. Oh, yay, Marion, definitely check them out. Let me know how they're going. And if you don't find like a video on what you want, email me and I'll create one. That's what I did for the missing animals, because I literally was like, I just kept going with so many people emailing about missing pets, and I was like, I just need to create a video for that. So Janet, thank you. I accept that love and light, and I just boomerang it back to you. Nina, thank you as well. Sharon, thank you. So you guys feel free to share this video, retweet it. It's going to be downloaded on my YouTube channel. It probably won't be there till later tonight because it takes a while to download it. But if you have any private questions, you want to email me or text me or Facebook me or whatever, do. If you want to get a session with me, just email me or go to my website right there, mitchellosborne.com. And we can do a mindfulness session or an animal communication session or a psychic session or whatever. All right. Namaste. The beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me sees and recognizes the beautiful, powerful, awesome, wonderful sexiness in you. Until next time. Bye-bye.